Aloha, Hawaii prepper, shipping crisis, the shipping disruptions. Now, all of this is being felt globally as well as nationally here. So I want you to be even more aware and keep your head on a swivel, as well as update and monitor these things. They are very vital and important to our daily living because we import / export from many different countries, and a great percentage of our consumables come from China. So keep up on the news on their economic crisis going on with them. I've been looking through several different articles today, and I felt that it was very important to highlight this now. And there's a lot of news, a lot of things actually going on across the globe, and a lot of people are reporting, posting articles as well as videos here on YouTube. And so this one I wanted to dive a little bit more into and get you thinking more on the preps that you have, as well as the preps that you use on a daily basis, and the things that may not be here within months to maybe just a mere couple years. So regarding the shipping crisis, Dragon Country, their economy faces more damage as megacity Chengdu locks down. Now we all know that several of their megacities have actually been going through a host of lockdowns due to the zero policy of C9. And so this is really dire for their economy because millions of workers will not and have not gone to work. And a lot of these workers work in factories, and places that create the goods that everyone needs globally. Now, they're not the only country, but this country produces quite a lot of goods for quite a lot of countries. So all of these countries altogether relies heavily on this one country. So we need to really keep a hawk's eye on this country. And because we know that several different countries that do produce things such as rice and all these other products and consumables, commodities, we know that they are literally stopping shipping any of their goods out, and they are keeping it for their country. And so keep a heads up on everything that's going on. But I was reading this article on Bloomberg today, amongst several others, and the article came out on September 1st, 2022, and it stated that China's economy is bracing for more pain as the lockdown of megacity Chengdu in the west of the country damages business and consumer activity in the area and hurts sentiment more broadly across the nation. The lockdown of the city of 21 million people, which will last at least 4 days but could be extended if more sea cases are discovered, will likely result in a stump in retail and restaurant spending. It could also force factories and companies to shut down if staff can't go to work. So when they shut down because of this zero policy, nobody's going to work. Nothing is being produced. Right there is a red flag. It tells you, prepare and get everything that you do need, because majority of the things that we do have comes directly from this country. Chengdu's economy makes up 1.7% of China's national gross domestic product and is the sixth largest city after Beijing, Shanghai, Shenzhen, Guangzhou, and Chongqing. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. But Beijing and Shanghai has already had lockdowns. And Shanghai has had lockdowns before, which extended to 2 months. So a lot of these cities are becoming very antsy because of the zero policy, and their lockdowns are extremely strict, and nobody can get to work. Nobody can basically do anything about anything. And so keep your eyes peeled on all of these things. The city is the capital of Sichuan province, which has already been hit by severe drought and floods in recent weeks. A power crisis caused by the heat wave forced some factories in the province to shut down last month. The closure of the city will deal another major blow to the economy when it's already struggling from a barrage of shocks. So Sichuan has a product there that I personally, for my business, that I order from. And knowing the predicament, the situation that is so dire in that country, I made sure that I am fully stocked on that particular product so that I wouldn't be low on supplies, and because my customers order some of the things that I create and I make for my business, and some of these items, materials, come from this country and comes from different cities and different provinces. So I am well aware of what's going on in that country, and I need to be aware of it, not just on a prepping level of things, but when it comes to what I do for my business. So, it's sort of all encompassing when it comes to the things that we use and need, and it comes directly from this country. So be very aware of everything that's going on in that country, including if, they stop trade with America, because that could happen, when it comes to America and the instability with Taiwan. And so it's very it's just, things are very tense, basically all around the globe. And so you want to watch all of these different countries where a lot of the products that we have here in our country we're going to need, as well as use on a daily basis, and that we stock up on. We may need to double, triple up on the stocks and supplies while it is still there, while it is still available. There may be more shortages in the short run of things that are coming and that will be unfolding on top of everything else that we are seeing and that have been spiraling downwards on a daily basis now and happening simultaneously. So it's really important to watch how things go, and watch how things unfold, and fill the gaps in all your preps. Don't skip a beat on anything here. But yeah, this is going to be really damaging with the way that things are going, and their economy is not doing the greatest as well. All countries' economies are taking a downward spiral, and we're all noticing this. We're all seeing it. It's being felt globally. Doesn't matter what country you are in. We all feel the impacts of this. So it also states that Chengdu has already been reporting quite weak economic data this year, with retail sales falling in the first 7 months of the year, government revenue shrinking, and industrial output losing steam. In the first 6 months of this year, the city's economy expanded just 3%, well below the 13.1% it grew in the same period in 2021. Chengdu isn't the only major city in China currently under restrictions to control the spread of the virus. Tianjin and Shijiazhuang, hopefully I pronounced that right and I didn't butcher it, near Beijing, and Dalian in the northeast have stronger controls in place. A few districts in the technology and manufacturing hub of Shenzhen have also announced tighter COVID controls. So, bottom line here is the supply and demand system, the shipping system is broken, and it doesn't look like it's going to get any better any sooner. So we all best be stocking up on everything and anything, not just the food, not just water, but anything and everything. We know that a lot of things come from this country. And knowing that, we need to step up, amp up our preps and the things that we need, the things that we use on a daily basis that come from these countries, because the United States does not manufacture or produce their own goods, and we rely heavily on these other countries. Now, as everything is beginning to fall, unfold, and just spiral downwards, we need to quickly do the things that need to be done. Not just having, like I stated before, the water, the food, but don't forget the medical supplies, because a lot of that comes from different countries, comes from China. We need to stock up on tools, perhaps parts for devices that we own and we use, flashlights, batteries, knives, anything and everything, clothing, shoes, footwear, you name it, everything and anything under the sky, rainbow, clouds, moon, and stars. Just everything and anything. Do your best with the income that you do have. Do not go overboard. I know a lot of us are on fixed incomes, and so prepare your preps accordingly. But keep up on everything that is going on. Especially, I'm stressing this so much, especially these countries that we get things from, because there will come a day when we will no longer see and or have or will be able to access a lot of these things that we are so used to. So keep preparing and never stop. So it says, sea hotspots are shifting away from several remote regions and cities with seemingly less economic significance to the country, to provinces that matter much more to China's national economy. So I don't know really what's going to happen. I can't really assume, but we're seeing everything happening and witnessing everything happening in real time. And the powers that be would like to tell us otherwise, but you and I know what's going on. We know the truth of the matter and the facts and everything. We see it with our own eyes. We read it, we hear about it. You might not hear about it on your regular mainstream media news, because I've been noticing that I don't see any reports regarding all of these things on any nightly news broadcasts on TV. My husband watches TV, I don't. But as I walk through and I tell my husband what's going on, and he always tells me, how come they're not, saying any of this on the news, on TV, every time? How come I didn't hear about this? I go, because you're not. They're withholding the truth from everyone. They don't want everyone to know what's going on around the world. They just allowed just enough information out there, and that's about it. The rest you're going to have to dig deeper, do your homework, and research it all. And just jump down that rabbit hole and connect the dots. But like I said, keep watching what's going on globally, especially these countries that hold major commodities and consumables that our country needs and uses and gets from these countries. I was thinking of making another video about a totally different thing, but I'll save that for tomorrow. But thank you so much for watching, and thank you for subscribing, for my new subscribers as well as for my existing following subscribers. I appreciate you all, and if you have not subscribed yet, please do hit the like button, share, and hit the bell for more notifications of my up and coming videos. Other than that, guys, have a great day. Aloha.